Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob Connor here once again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at Marvel Studios Ant-Man uh, movie DVD complete collection, which obviously now, since I made the more recent one, consists of 3 films now. I actually read about them saying about either thinking about doing another one, or cast members like Michael Douglas and that saying that they're thinking, they're signing up for another one, or so there's talk of going to be one. So obviously I don't know it's definite, and it's obviously going to be a few years before they actually make it, so don't know when that's ever going to be, but it's obviously not going to be for all. But for the meantime, there's obviously 3 films. The most recent one, obviously, Ant-Man, Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania, which obviously came out a few months ago, beginning of the year. So yeah, I just recently watched the new one once yet, and probably watch it a few more times. And I just watched this franchise on Saturday. I just watched Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Didn't watch Ant-Man Quantumania because I'd already seen it. But I'll probably watch it again, when I get a chance. But so obviously let's talk about the first one, Ant-Man, obviously Marvel. Now I didn't really know much about Ant-Man, to be honest. I mainly knew about Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, X-Men and all that. But didn't really know much about Ant-Man, to be honest. This was all quite new to me. I never read any comics, and there was never a cartoon, as far as I'm aware of, so wasn't really familiar with it. Obviously, come out on the scene, and yeah, was really excited about seeing it. Thought it looked quite a fun thing, and obviously the first one came out, I think it was 2015, wasn't it? Yeah. And obviously it stars Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and Evelyn, sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Is it Evangeline Lilly? I don't think that's the right pronunciation, but I'm just really bad with names. Corey Stoll, Bobby Cannavale, Cannavale, Bobby Cannavale, is it? Michael Pena, and obviously the legendary Michael Douglas. So that was the cast. Pretty good cast, and a pretty good movie, to be honest. Pretty solid all the way through. Cool storyline and how he became Ant-Man, and really cool special effects and how they've done it. And really, I think it's a really cool, fun and enjoyable movie. And all the way through it, good action scenes, and I really like it. And there's loads of scenes in it that I like. When he shrinks and goes to an ant size, and then he's goes in the club, and then I like a lot of the scenes in it. It's a very cool, fun movie. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it, I always think it's quite fun and enjoyable and cool. And I really like it, and I don't find any problems with it, to be honest. And the time's pretty good. It's not too short and it's not too long. I think it's quite alright, actually. Really cool movie. Going on to the second one, obviously Ant-Man and the Wasp, obviously introducing the Wasp now. Obviously Ant-Man back in it. Paul Rudd again, Michael Douglas, and a few of the other cast, and a few new cast members this time joining in to make it. And again, this is I think it was 2018, so 3 years after the first one, and again, this is really, really cool and fun. I don't know if I enjoy it more than the first one. I'm not too sure. I think it's, regardless of that, I think it is still really a good sequel and really good film all the way through, and loads of really good action. And I like, so I like quite a few of the scenes, and the fighting looks good and special effects. Yeah, and it's all really fun and cool. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, it's obviously developing more into the storyline of the Ant-Man character. Yeah, and I think it's a good, fun, enjoyable sequel with great action scenes and cool story, and great sequences. And again, yeah, I can't think of anything wrong with this, to be honest. I think it's really fun and really enjoyable most of the way through. And again, I can't think of anything really wrong with it, and it's not too long, and it's not too short, and it's, yeah. No, again, I think it's, other than maybe I prefer one maybe slightly, but I quite enjoy it when I watch it. I think it's really fun and like all the action. Yeah, and again, it's really good. Um, yeah, as I said, I can't really think of any issues. Sometimes I have a few problems with some of them, or they have a few issues where they're too long, or a few problems, but I can't really think of anything. As I said, maybe favouring one over two, maybe slightly. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a really good sequel. And then obviously Ant-Man, the most recent one, came out just beginning of the year, a few months ago. Then came out on DVD not long ago. And obviously we've talked about this in the other in the review of this. So if you want to check out a full review of this, check that video out on my channel. But yeah, we talked about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about this because we talked about it in that video, which is just specifically about this. But yeah, this is fantastic, to be honest. First of all, I don't know if I like it as much as the other two. I probably enjoy them slightly more. But yeah, in terms of, I think I mentioned it on the other video, in terms of scale, it's much more of an epic scale than when you consider the first one. And now there's so much epic scale than, how far it's come since the first one, in 8 years. Much more epic scale, and just loads characters that have been developed. A few new characters are coming into it, a few new villains, lots of bad guys, and very futuristic, sort of space, very futuristic, with all the villains, and all the special effects and everything looks cool. Fight sequences and the action scenes look absolutely fantastic, and yeah, it's just a pretty awesome film, to be honest. I think it's one of the best ones that Marvel made, to be honest, considering all the characters and how it's developed. Really, really good. Yeah, just great action, really enjoyable all the way through. Just loads of great moments. Although the only thing I'll say is, yeah, it's perfect time really. 1 hour and 55 minutes. Yeah, I mean, right, but for that it's going to be that long. So not too short, not too overly long. I think over 2 hours is too long, but I think this is just right. As I said, no real issues for me really. I know the critics are saying about the story plot, and some of the things weren't very good, but I thought it was alright, to be honest. Really clever ideas, and with all these Marvel films, always going to be far-fetched, and storylines going to be a bit some not believable and that, but it's Marvel, they're all made up, and I don't really, to be honest, to me they're all about some villain trying to take over the world. They all mean the same thing, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about the storyline. As long as the action is good and I enjoy the film, that's all that matters to me. As long as I enjoy it and it's all good all the way through in the action. I like loads of action and violence and adventure stuff. So if the action's alright and all the fight scenes are good, and that's alright with me. But yeah, it's just an epic scale and just really cool, and enjoyable really. I can't think of anything wrong with it. As I said, apart from the other two that maybe I enjoy slightly more. But regardless of that, it's an awesome movie. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. I didn't want to do it too long. I just thought I'd do it nice and quick. Didn't want to do it too overly long. So I just thought keep it about 10 minutes. So, you know, yeah, it's not too bad for this video. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. Hope you guys enjoy this. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments, and I'll try and get back to you. And yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos, and also check out my other videos, and check out the review of Ant-Man Quantumania. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys on next video. Take care, bye for now, see you soon.